Welcome to Impact OC, the only program showcasing the people and organizations shaping Orange County. With your host, Don Camber.
Hello, live from the OC Talk Radio studios at UCI's Beal Applied Innovation Center. I'm OC Talk Radio Public Affairs Director Don Camber with another great guest positively impacting our community. Today I welcome Light Force Alchemy founder Zara Rezai. Her sound healing organization is dedicated to supporting individuals, including seniors at senior living facilities, cancer patients, and corporate employees for team building activities. Thank you, Zara, for being on Impact OC.
Thank you for having me, Dawn.
Zara, please explain how your hormone imbalance challenges inspired you to come up with the sound healing techniques and how the loss of your sister to cancer made you want to help cancer patients.
Thank you for asking that question. As a woman reaching menopause, I did suffer through hormonal imbalance and ended up in the hospital with bleeding. And doctors diagnosed hysterectomy on me, and I really wanted to take a different approach, to do holistic approach to my health and not really do surgery. So I opted out and I got discharged from the hospital and visited my OBGYN, and she wanted again do a surgery. I opted out on that one as well. And I found a way to heal my own body through sound and vibration. And I did a lot of acupuncture as well and a lot of meditation. All of those together really helped my body to heal internally. And once did that magic for me, I realized a lot of women are suffering through hormonal imbalance. As I'm talking to friends and friends of friends, and I said to myself, I should do this to help people. There should be more of healers out there doing this to help every individual with, diseases that they have, the problems that they have in their body. So that inspired me really to get out there and start telling people and educating people about sound therapy. And I started with actually doing it with senior livings just because a lot of seniors go through the memory issues and they lose their memory, and the sound and the vibration really helps them with their memories. And they started showing interest, a lot of activity directors at the senior livings, and then I started just proposing it to a lot of them, and they're all like, I'm active with a lot of senior livings in Orange County. But because I lost my sister to cancer, I always felt that I really want to do something for cancer patients. So at one of the Newport Beach Chambers of Commerce event, I met Annette Walker, the City of Hope president, and I told her I really want to dedicate some of my time for sound healing to cancer patients. And she's like, we actually have an amazing department that does all of the holistic approach for our cancer patients. So we talked and she connected me to one of the people in that department, and January 6th I'll be going to actually have an interview to come up with the idea of how we can set schedule for cancer patients to have sound healing as part of their treatments in City of Hope. So I'm very, very excited for that. And I work with a lot of corporations as well. It's like a team building activity for them. When CEOs and executives are stressed, their performance can be lower when they're in a high stress job. So what I do, I come in, I gather all of them in a big room, they all lay down, and I do play my instruments, and they feel so relaxed that honestly they don't want to even get up and walk away from the session, because it really does work on your cortisol level. It works on your nervous system and totally can calm you down from inside. And because it works on our cells as well, it can literally repair the cells. That's how it's going to be helping cancer patients with their cancer cells. So I am so excited for that, and I would love to come back here and let everybody know that actually how it goes with all of the cancer patients and how amazing they're going to get results from the sound healing.
What instruments do you use?
I use the seven chakras crystal bowls. Those are my main one, and I use tuning forks that I use individually on people. Like for example, if you've done blood test and you know you have a high cortisol, then I know how to use my tuning forks to actually lower your cortisol level, or any joint pain or any problems in your body. Tuning forks are absolutely amazing. I use gongs a lot, especially for cancer cells, and in the future working with cancer patients. The frequency of gong is absolutely amazing. It's something that I look forward to use more and more to help cancer patients.
I'd like you to demonstrate. You brought a sound bowl. I'd like you to describe the sound bowl and
Sure.
demonstrate, please.
Sure. It's a white bowl basically made out of crystal, and I have a mallet that the friction between the mallet and the crystal bowl creates the frequency. So each bowl creates different frequency and different note. It can start with like 110 up to like 850, depends on how I play them, how deep I'm playing them. And they all each are going to be helping different part of your body to relax. And all together, when you learn to meditate, throughout my session, I do a little bit of meditation. I'll bring you to a good level of relaxation, and then I'll let the frequencies take over and give you that relaxing, amazing feeling. And if you learn to quiet your mind down throughout the process, it's a little bit of skills. Maybe the first time you're having a hard time not to think, but the second time you'll get it. The frequency really brings you to a level that you really quiet the mind down and then you drift off. The feeling that you get after you wake up, I can't even describe it with words because it's such a sweet, amazing feeling that people usually drink or do, smoke or something to slow down, right? We do that, after a, busy day. I don't even drink. I don't even drink the glass of wine anymore because this is my wine. When I play it, it gives me that sense of relaxation and slows me down, and just that process of slowing down is where the magic happens. We need to learn in our busy everyday life to take time to pause, to unplug. Even if it's 5 minutes, Dawn, to go sit down in the sun, put your feet in the grass, and recharge your magnetic field, then that would be your self care for that day. I feel like we live in a society that it seems like a race. We're all running, trying to get somewhere. I don't know where that is, but I feel like we need to learn to take some moments to really sit down and do nothing. And that's when you're giving back to your body. Because if you don't do self care and self love for your body, well, guess what? That's how diseases come. Because you're overworking your body, you're always stressed out, running from one place to another. And if you're not acknowledging your body and having moments of quietness with yourself, then your body will give up on you. And that's how cancer happens. That's how diseases come, because of all the inflammation in our body, because of the stress.
So do you get close to do you call them patients?
I do. Emotionally, I feel like we do get, we bond, just because when you're helping somebody through their pain, and it's a constant pain, and when they come to the session and let's say they text me the next day, how is it possible? I don't have pain. This is amazing. I slept like a baby. So all of those is just gives me such a motivation that I get out there and help individuals, one at a time, and just brings so much of a joy for me.
But in the process, can you take us through doing it with one of your clients or patients? I don't know what you call them. Do you call them
Yes,
clients or
clients.
patients?
Clients,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, with your clients. Explain that.
Okay, sure. So when people come to my events, usually I try to mix up my sound healing with another form of art. For example, I just had a session that I did art therapy. I had canvases for them ready. When they came, they all sat and I started coloring the canvas, so that already really relaxed them. And then I had another sound healer walking around and doing the frequency around the table. So once I want to transition them to lay down for my sound healing, they were already relaxed. Easily, it was very easy for them to literally drift off and not think about anything and enjoy the process of the frequencies working on their body, and it's magical.
It almost sounds like hypnotizing them.
It's almost like that. Yes, you feel like you don't know where you go when the frequencies start working on your body, and then when you come back, you have that sweet feeling. Where did I go? I have such a good amazing feeling just waking up at the end. So it's something that definitely, if your audience haven't tried it, I absolutely recommend for them to find a practitioner close to them and try it, or use frequencies at night before going to sleep to help them with a deeper sleep.
How long does each session last?
Altogether, usually it takes around an hour to an hour 15 minutes. And afterward, everybody likes to talk and connect. So it's a source of, my events is a source of bringing the community together. So they all are part of a text group. They start sending messages to each other. They're all supporting each other, and they're all like different small businesses. So I love that part of it as well, that I get to help all these small businesses to come together and help each other.
What are some of the life challenges people face that you help?
Well, cancer is one of them. I've had cancer patients coming to my event, and different problems, joint issues, depression, autism, kids with problems and diseases. Honestly, sound healing, it's for everybody. I do it for my kids at night when I know they're a little bit hyper because they're in front of screens a lot at the school. So when I want to put them to bed, I'll just start using one of my bowls and it calms them down. So I wish I could take this to school system and actually offer this for our kids. So when me and you growing up, we didn't have any of all this electronics around us. Our brain was a little bit protected. But with Wi-Fi and so many stuff going on from the screen coming at our kids, I feel like this would be such an amazing addition if they would offer this at schools.
So how do you determine what kind of sound you should have for each person?
So my groups usually when they come together is different people. I feel the energy of the room. I can literally sense what's going on with everybody in the room. And sometimes if I see somebody has an uneasy energy going on, I try to go around them and really calm them down. I use my bowls, I walk around their head and their body, or use my tuning forks to make sure that they get to that relaxed state so they can enjoy the whole process. But I do feel the energy. What I will be playing for a group of cancer patients will be different than what I'm playing for regular people that they're coming to my session. So it's all about me feeling your energy and where you are in your life with your body.
How did you acquire these skills?
It's amazing. You, after a while, when you do sound healing, you develop this sense of mindfulness, and then because you raise your vibration through sound healing, you start picking up on people's energy. You become more empath, and now when I talk to people, I can literally tell them what's going on with them without knowing what's going on in their life, but I can sense their energy, knowing that they're going through something, because it comes, I can feel it. And I can't explain how this can happen. It's just happened through me doing so much of a sound healing, and the frequencies are raise my vibration. When people talk to me and when I explain to them what it is, they always tell me, we feel your energy, you're uplifting our energy as you're explaining about sound healing to us. And it's because of the practice that I have, that I do every day. And I'm so grateful for it because it changed my life. I became a different person. I practice mindfulness almost every day, and I do meditation every day. I try to do it and teach it to my kids because I feel like the era that we are living in, it needs it more than ever.
Describe vibration and how it interacts with the body. And I'm taking the mind doesn't even realize it's happening.
No, you just basically what you do is you lay down and then the frequencies, the sound that comes from them goes through your ear and literally starts shaking and moving everything in your body. We are made out of 70% liquid water in our body. So this starts moving it. So what I tell my clients always at the end of the session, please do drink a lot of water because the frequencies are moving a lot of things in your body. So you want to detox things out of your body, right? So make sure you do get a good amount of water after sound healing. Some people do experience sometimes the dryness in their throat because their throat chakra gets really dry because of all the movements. But you have to experience it really. I will highly recommend for you to come to one of my sessions and experience it for yourself. It will do magic for your body.
So is the goal to kind of help them put them in a sleep-like state?
Not really. You don't go to sleep. You really go to a very relaxing, amazing feeling. You're here, but at the same time, I feel like because you're not thinking, your brain is getting a break. It's like, oh my God, this is amazing. I'm not thinking because we overthink things in our head about one subject, right? We're thinking and thinking. This kind of stops you from thinking, and your brain gets a break. And you're like, oh my God, this is nice. So when you wake up, you feel very rejuvenated. You feel very relaxed. And you're like, I kind of want to do this like every day because I feel like I need this every day. That's why I suggest to my clients, do go to my YouTube channel, just type Light Force Alchemy and I will come up and my picture is there, the video is there, and just play it for yourself before you go to bed. Let the frequencies really relax you so you have a deeper sleep, you know.
So they could do it daily.
I can literally practice this daily. This is what I do for myself. I have different frequencies. We have love frequency, healing frequencies, wealth frequency. They all work on you differently. So when I feel overwhelmed with going to so many places and networking events, I literally play that in the car, or if I'm taking a bath, I'll play that, and it makes me feel so amazing.
Can you share some case studies in which it does indeed help people?
I really want to like come back here and just talk about all those cancer patients that I'm going to be helping at City of Hope. But I had few cancer patients that they came to me and they did call me and said their numbers of when they check their blood and everything has changed.
So give us some success stories.
I have a friend that she had cancer and she actually didn't even do any chemotherapy. She really went through a lot of ozone therapy. She did a lot of acupuncture. She did a lot of meditation and sound healing. And she literally healed her body without any medical needs. So that just tells me that we have the power to heal our body.
How do these treatments complement traditional treatments?
Well, it's always a great addition. For example, when people go and get cancer treatments or they go to their doctors or getting the treatments that they need, it's always good to have holistic approach to their health as well to help their mind to be able to heal. So it's a great and it's becoming more popular. Most of the big hospitals like City of Hope, UCI Health, now they have a department for holistic approach. So I'm so happy that they're understanding that your mind, body, soul. So they all have to work together for us to heal.
Do children react to it different than adults?
I was at the place and there was a kid standing on the YouTube. You know how the kids are these days on YouTube all the time, and I was just showcasing my bowl to somebody else at a different table, and as I started just playing maybe like 15 seconds, not even that long, the kid actually put the YouTube down and looked at his mom and just walked upright to me and stood by me. And the mom was so surprised. He's like, oh my God, he never puts the YouTube down to go down to do anything else. Like I have to get it from him. So it does help kids as well, especially the ones with problems with autism, ADHD, with all the problems that some kids have. So definitely 100% I recommend this for kids.
So do parents learn so that they can do it for their children?
Absolutely. So I've done treatments for parents with their kids together because they both experience it. And the fact that a 6-year-old or a 7-year-old can actually lay down and not get up and walk, that just says that really does work on them.
So, what are the future plans for your organization?
I'm looking forward to really work with different cities. I'm starting to work with City of Newport Beach. I'm working on it so I can offer this as a wellness day for the staff, for example. So they have a day that they come, they meditate, they do sound healing. And I'm starting on doing a lot of health and wellness expos as well. As we speak, I am collaborating with Dana Point Women's Club, and we have an event coming up February 1st, 10 to 1. And for that expo, I have speakers that they're going to educate a lot of subjects about women's hormones, how to detox your body, acupuncture, and of course, I'll be doing sound healing at the end of the event. So it will be very unique expo, and I highly recommend for everybody that they're hearing us to join us because it's going to be very interactive, fun, and they learn a lot. And at the end, they get relaxed and feel amazing and go home.
How does this work with other holistic techniques?
They all complement each other. Same thing with acupuncture that works with a needle to move your energy. Same thing with sound healing. We're all about moving the energy. So I always like to collaborate with acupuncturists because we're basically doing the same thing with the different techniques. So I'm all about collaborating with everybody that is in a holistic, that they have a holistic approach to health and wellness.
Does the sound itself go low to high?
Absolutely. But the way I play it, I can go higher or I can play it a little bit lower. And I always do that, play with it, depends on my crowd and who I'm dealing with. If it's kids, if it's cancer patient, if it's just regular people that they're there. So it's important who is in my sessions.
So how does it work on the cancer cells?
So studies has shown when the frequency hits the cancer cell, starts reshaping and changing it and basically healing it. And it amazes me when I've seen so many videos of it, that how amazing frequencies can work on our cells, on our brain, and help our memory or any internal issues that we have. So once I learned all of this, when I was sick and when I started doing it for myself, I said, this is no brainer for me. I'm going to do this because number one is going to help me to always feel better. And not only that, I get to help people. NASA has done research on frequencies and they claim that frequencies can reverse aging because it does work on your cells and repairing it. So as instead of you aging so fast, it can actually slow it down or even reversing it. So that part of it is just absolutely blows my mind.
At the beginning of the show, you say it can help people with dementia.
Absolutely, because when you start losing your memory, the connections between the cells in your brain is getting disconnected. This creates that connection by the movement. So 100%, most of the places, senior livings that I go and perform are mainly for the memory care residents at the senior living. And it does help them with bringing their anxiety down and helps them with their memory. It does magic for seniors.
Do you need to have it within close earshot?
No, they will be sitting in a circle around me and I will be sitting on the ground because I always like to be grounded, and I have all of my tools around me so they're a little bit away from me, and I just play the bowls, and they just, because the frequencies goes all over the room. It's people think that there's a microphone there. I don't have any microphone. When I play this thing, it just gets loud by itself.
How can people reach out to you?
They can look me up on Instagram, Light Force Alchemy, or look me up on my website, lightforcealchemy.com, or Facebook. And I have a link for sound healing that I have on YouTube, so they can just look me up under Light Force Alchemy.
Give us another demonstration.
Sure, absolutely.
And on that note, I want to thank you, Light Force Alchemy founder Zara Rezai, for being on Impact OC. And I thank everyone for tuning in. I'm OC Talk Radio Public Affairs Director Dawn Camber. Have an impactful day.
You've been listening to Impact OC, the only program showcasing the people and organizations shaping our community. Right here on Orange County's only community radio station, OC Talk